All right, all right. Green, there's a big copy in here. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's get it. Hi from Trinidad. Oh, welcome. Welcome from Saudi Arabia. Thank you for the complimentary class. Hey, purple tortoise from y'all get on in there. Hey, Keith from Texas. Thank you, Smile. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if you can hear it on YouTube and Facebook. You probably couldn't, but on Instagram and TikTok, you could hear that my music, my song of choice for today is "Slow Down" by Skip Marley and her in the building. All right, welcome, y'all. And so this month, along with last month, along with the rest of this month, and probably in December, I'm gonna be doing lives during the day because at night I have my academy and I'm coaching a lot of folk, y'all, because people's lives are being changed, and I am the best in the business at that. All right. So that being said, it's 3:45, and I'm gonna be on with you for a few moments. But today I wanted to talk to y'all about something, and I wanted to talk to you about why men ghost women. And so one of my clients, one of my students, who got emotionally involved in this relationship, and she said, "Coach, he didn't say anything. He just ghosted me." And then, so I began to explain to her what happens and why people ghost. And she was like, "Oh." And so today, I am going to go over why people ghost people. Now, a lot of you ghost people. A lot of you ghost people. Sure, it's majority women, but today I'm going to talk about why men ghost women. But before I do that, I would love for you to, number one, tell me your name and where you're checking in from so that I can properly acknowledge you, so I can properly acknowledge you and say hello, because you could be anywhere in the world. Some of y'all probably at work, not doing anything, but you listening to the doctor, AKA Coach Ken, AKA the professor. Sharon from Georgia in the building. Leela from Vancouver, Washington, in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got June from Toronto in the building. Rakia from Los Angeles. Sonia from California. Hey, all right, glad to have you. All right, we've got who else? Olympia Fields, Illinois. Honey D in the building. Somebody here. Oh, Roxy says, "I'm just here for the amazing smile." By the Hey, Roxy, you are from New York in the building. New Kensington in the building. I think that says Melvin. All right, Melvin, thank you so much. We got Roxy. Roxy, my student Roxy from Wisconsin in the building. Julie from Philadelphia in the building. Yes, yes, yes. We've got Kim from Connecticut in the building. Um, we got someone from Dallas, Texas, from Mary from Canada in the building. Abina says, I'm at work in Oregon on my lunch break. Oh, Seattle. Thank you for joining me because you can be anywhere in the country. Rhonda from South Carolina in the building. All right. Anybody else in the building? Before I go, I wanted to acknowledge you just so I can acknowledge you because you know what? I don't take your time lightly and I honor it and I appreciate you because you could be listening to any other creator. You could be doing anything else, but you are listening to me. Julia from Queens in the building. Gracie from, what's that, Togo? Is that Trinidad, Tobago? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's see. Sylvania. Okay. Petruski. Well, you didn't acknowledge me. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Petruski from Sylvania? I want to acknowledge you, please. I must didn't see it. It went by pretty quickly. So I want to acknowledge you. Rebecca from Greene County in the building. T from South Africa. Chris from South Oregon Coast. Barbara from G-Borough right here with yours truly in the building. All right. All right. So today, I want to spend a few brief moments talking about the idea of ghosting. Now, some of you have heard of ghosting, and some of you have ghosted people in the past. And what is ghosting? First of all, allow me to give you the definition of ghosting. Ghosting is Timothy from Augusta. Thank you for joining me. All right. I appreciate you watching Caught in the Act. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've helped you watch Caught in the Act Unfaithful Tonight show that I'm on as a relationship coach. Tammy Roman is the host. It comes on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right. So let's talk about ghosting. Enough of that other stuff. All right. Ghosting is when someone cuts off all communication with you without an explanation. Ghosting is the process of someone cutting off all communication with you without an explanation. Okay? Just boom. One day you're talking to them, next day they're not talking at all. You call, they send you the voicemail, or they block you. That is called ghosting. Well, a lot of you, ghosting is not a good thing. And the reason it hasn't, because some of you ghost, but let me tell you why people ghost and why a man ghosts. Okay. But I could say men, but I would rather say just people, because women ghost just as much as men. Okay, they do. I'm sorry. And so I think I'm gonna title this "Why People Ghost." All right. So I gave this definition about a year and a half ago that summed up ghosting. It says ghosting is an external solution to an internal problem. And they said, "Whoa, coach, please explain." Ghosting is an external solution to an internal problem. Yes, it is selfish because you are thinking about yourself when you're ghosting. Now, I want to say, someone says, I'm a pro ghost. All right. But my definition simply says I am, it's an external solution to an internal problem. Well, you might say, what is the internal problem? The internal problem is you have emotional conflict. All right. And the emotional conflict is simply this. Internally, you are battling whether or not you should tell this person that you no longer want a relationship with them. You are either battling that part of it, or you have seen something that you don't like in the relationship, but you are battling whether or not you should say it. And so the easier route for you is just to simply say nothing, because it is the easier way to deal with it. Because now I don't have to say anything, so I would rather ghost you. Okay. I teach my people in my academy, I don't believe in ghosting. Let me tell you why I don't believe in ghosting, and then I'm going to go into the reasons why people ghost. But I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't believe in ghosting. And I'm going to talk about why men ghost women. Because when you ghost someone, what you actually do is hurt your communication skills. And I always, and people in my academy, and I say, we don't ghost people. Let me show you how to communicate and tell people that they are not in alignment with you, as opposed to you blocking them, taking their number out your phone, and then you're not saying anything of what you're feeling. And so I don't allow my people to do that. So I teach them how to communicate effectively so that they don't have to ghost. And so that you don't have to ghost people. Now, a lot of people do it. And y'all, let me be honest. It has actually become like a thing to ghost somebody. Well, I just blocked them. I just did this. I just blocked them. I'm done. And I'm like, and when people tell me that, I often say, I said, well, you didn't understand. You didn't know how to communicate what you were feeling. And so you just simply block them. They say yes. So today, that's another video. So I'm going to tell you why men ghost. And I may do another one why women ghost. But today, let's talk about why men ghost. 5 reasons. Number 1, the first reason that a man ghosts is because your relationship goals are incongruent. You see, a lot of times, and I'm just talking about men today, I'm going to talk about women tomorrow. But a lot of times, what a man will say many times are things like this. When he's trying to feel you out, he's trying to figure out if you're on the same page that he is on. So when a man says to you something like this, well, I'm not really trying to get in a relationship right now. And he uses the word right now. I'm just trying to get to know somebody. Right now I'm just working on me. Have you ever heard anything like that? And then you say, and so many times the woman says, I like this guy. I really like this guy. I am going to just go with the flow and try to change his mind so he sees the value in me. Sound familiar? But what you do is you disregarded what he has said because you feel like I can be the one to make him change his mind or make him see the value in me. All right. But then what happens is you realize that, or he realizes that, you know what, that I don't want to be in a relationship with you for whatever reason. Either it's the way you communicate, either it's something I saw, either it's whatever it is about you. Because have you ever been with somebody, y'all? Things are going great. You've been with a guy and things are going great, but all of a sudden he just stops calling. All of a sudden he just pulls away, and you're wondering what happened. You ever had? So he essentially ghosts you. Well, let me tell you what happened. What happened is some of the things that I'm going to say today, but he either saw something, you said something, or he realized something about this relationship, and it wasn't going to be the type of relationship that I wanted. It could be I just wanted a physical and sexual relationship. And he realizes that you are not about that. That is not what you're going to allow. So instead of saying, hey, I just want to smash, I just want to have a physical relationship, what he does is he ghosts. He ghosts. Now, he could ghost because, okay, that's one reason. Number 2, okay? Number 2, the reason a man may ghost is because he is conflict avoidant. He doesn't want to cause conflict. He doesn't want to have tough conversations, hard conversations. He will not, he doesn't want to say that the truth is we are not in alignment with each other. Well, so what he does is he realizes that our that our communication may not be optimal because in the relationship we didn't communicate well. And if I say this, it's going to be an argument. And so what he'd rather do is avoid that argument. So he is conflict avoidant, and many of you are conflict avoidant. And what does he do? Instead of saying what he feels, saying how something you did made him feel, he would just rather say, kapoof, I'm done. Right? Kapoof, I'm done. Now, I'm not saying, again, today is not about me saying what is right or wrong. I am simply telling you the reasons why. That is it. Number three, the third reason that a man ghosts you is because there is someone else in the picture. And see, what he realizes is there is someone else in the picture. There is another woman around, and he realizes I can't have both of them, so I have to make a choice. But I can't tell you that I made a choice about another female or another lady or woman. Some people don't like when I say female. I'm sorry, another woman. Then so he'd rather just ghost and let you wonder what happened. And then so he's not going to say it. He's not going to say it. He could be in a situationship. He could be in a relationship. But either way is that's not going to work. Either way is not going to work. So the fourth reason a man ghosts you. He says, this relationship is going to require more than I am willing to invest. Wow. This relationship is going to require more of me. It's going to require more time. It's going to require more effort. It's going to require more accountability. That is the reason why when I coach women, I tell women, require a lot of him. Make it require him to communicate, require him to be accountable, require him to do more. Why do you do that? You require him to do more because he will let you know, it will let you know whether or not he's willing to invest more in the relationship. Wow. Now, that is powerful, y'all, because I always say when you require more, it reveals more very quickly. If you require more, now I'm not talking about, hold on. Now, what I'm not talking about is some people who have unrealistic expectations. I'm not talking about that. He got to call you every 30 minutes. He got to check in with you. No, that's unrealistic. He's got to make six figures and he got to have a six-pack abs and he got to be over 6'2". Unrealistic. And what I found out is that we hold the thing about making people accountable is you have to be willing to be accountable though. You see, the thing is you cannot be willing to hold someone else to a higher standard than you're willing to hold yourself to. And so whenever the man ghosts you and you hold it and you require more than he's willing to give, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna be out. Okay? He's gonna be out. And so that's why I say require it quickly. Let him reveal himself quickly. Okay? And number 5, the fifth reason, and some of y'all ain't gonna like this. Some of y'all are not going to like this. Somebody said it's going AWOL for 2 days and then come back like nothing happened. AWOL is my gym, y'all. Yeah, that's not quite ghosting because you came back. All right. Number 5, some of you are not going to like this. The man ghosts you because he sees you as toxic. He sees you as toxic. And so when a man sees you as toxic, all right, he will lose interest. Now you might say, Coach, what do you mean toxic? Whenever a man, whenever a man sees a woman who communicates aggressively, and some women say, I'm just direct. I'm just direct. I'm gonna just say what's on my mind. Well, you can do that. But if you don't know how to communicate with a man properly, and what I mean properly, where it doesn't seem combative, it doesn't seem aggressive. When you do communicate that way, instead of a man saying, I don't like the way you communicate with me, I don't like your direct aggressive nature, I don't like the masculine energy you're exuding, I don't like that. So instead of saying that, what the man does is he gets ghost. He will say, I'm out. And he will back away from the relationship. And the way men back away, men don't necessarily back away and block you. Most men don't. What they'll do is the man stops calling as much. Okay. And you noticed a shift in his energy. Whereas he used to call every morning, hey, sugar, how are you? How are you, beautiful? Or whatever, love bombing you and all that stuff. But he's not doing that anymore. He's not calling you. And then he says something like this. You call him and say, what's going on? He said, well, I'm busy at work. I got a project I'm working on. I got a lot going on. So that's a man's way of backing away from the relationship and really ghosting you. I always call it the gradual ghosting. He's gradually ghosting you because, more than likely the man is not going to just block you unless you just toxically crazy. But see, the man views communication. Ladies, listen to me. Listen to me. How does a man know that a woman is toxic? By one way, the way she communicates with him. He assesses all of that based on the way she communicates. And so what I'm simply saying to you all this is when you're communicating with a man, if you're dating a man, be cognizant of your communication. And Veronica says, when he gradually ghosts, I mirror him. Okay, Veronica, I ain't got no problem with that. I always say mirror behavior. I do. I always say mirror a person's behavior. Don't chase. Do not. Because what a man will do, if a man won't listen to me carefully, oh my God, please listen to me carefully. When a man wants to be with you, he will make time to be in your presence. If a man continuously says, I'm busy, I got a lot going on, he's just not that into you. I'm sorry. And what we do is, what women do is make excuses. Well, he said he was busy, he was there. No, because men, that is not. Is it good to mirror behavior? Absolutely. I teach that. And you don't get toxic. You don't chase. What you simply do is you mirror the behavior. If he pulls away, you pull back. Okay? All right? If he calls less, you call less. And a lot of people, and the reason why a lot of people don't do it is because they internalize it. And they say something like this, what did I do? I must have done something wrong because his behavior has changed. You may never know what the reason was. It might be because of another lady. It might be because of the way you communicate. It might be whatever, but here's the thing. If he starts doing that, do they call what toxic? Someone asked me, do they call that toxic? Well, no, what they call toxic is not the mirroring the behavior. I'm not talking about mirroring. Listen, when I talk about mirroring behavior, I'm talking about mirroring what he does. Now, I'm not talking about matching energy. Listen to me closely. I think when people say, I'm going to match your energy, that is the dumbest thing ever. Mirroring behavior is different than matching energy. Matching energy says simply this. Let me give you an example. Matching energy is if you get angry, I'm going to get angry. You get hostile, I'm going to get hostile. You get direct, I'm going to get direct. No, my talk, my take, and that's when it becomes toxic. That's when the communication becomes toxic. I simply say mirror behavior, but instead of matching energy, what you do is diffuse energy. Notice what I just said. Diffuse energy, mirror behavior. Energy is emotions, intense emotion. For instance, what does mirror behavior look like? Here's what it looks like. If he's not calling as much, whereas he used to call, then you stop calling as much. Okay? That doesn't mean that your communication is angry. It's just that if you're not investing the effort in it, I'm going to reduce my effort. That's what mirroring behavior is. Matching energy simply means you're matching the emotion, the intensity of the emotion. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to begin learning how to operate in your feminine energy. And it is amazing. I did a class one day in my academy. And I did a class and I told people, I said, feminine energy will subdue masculine energy all day long. Feminine energy will subdue masculine energy because I saw it in my mother and my father. I didn't know what it was. I tell y'all this story. I'm gonna tell y'all this story right here. I remember when I wanted to play Little League football. I ended up going to college on a football scholarship, and football, it was one of the reasons I got here today because I played throughout high school, college scholarship, and everything. So I remember one day when I wanted to play football when I was in Little League. And my dad and mom, my dad worked in the opposite direction of the field that I wanted to play. My friend Joel Davis, when I was growing up, played Little League football, and I really wanted to play because I played in the neighborhood, but I wanted to play organized football. And I told my mom, but I told my dad at first, and he was like, "No, son, we can't do that because I got to drive all the way across the field," and it hurt me. And I told my mom said, "There is something wrong. Something's wrong." And so, and so, and so, my mom said, "Don't worry about it. Let me talk to your dad." Now, instead of my mom going to my dad saying in an angry fashion, "You need to let the boy play," my mom operated in her feminine energy. All I know is the next morning, my dad got up and said, "Come on, boy, let's go sign up." I said, "What?" That was the first time I had seen the example of feminine energy. So feminine energy will subdue masculine energy all day long. All right, y'all, look, that is my time today. I was one to, oh, by the way, I'm going to tell y'all, I don't know if you all know that I created these two games. Every day I'm gonna offer you some of my products. Yesterday I offered you my Just Ask book. Some people bought them. Now these games I created, me and my wife talk about it on our podcast. This is my box, so it's old. And these games right here help you get to know people in a better way. And this is the regular version. This is the sex version. So let me give you an example of the game. So I want you to get one or get the combo pack for Christmas to send to somebody. All right. Oh, okay. Here. All right. All right. I'm going to give you one. All right. Ooh, all right. Okay, here's one. And this is the regular version. Sex with the love of your life is horrible. They offer you monthly cheap passes to make up for it. What would you do? A, take the pass. B, negotiate for a weekly pass. C, deny the pass and just end the relationship. Or D, deny the pass and tough it out. Sex isn't everything. Y'all, listen. I created these games long before everybody else. Somebody says, D, I did not pass and tough it out. But look, these are really, really fun games. And what I would say is go get you a combo pack and send it to your friends for the holidays. And the way, for those of you who want to know how you can pick these games up, if you're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, go to my bio and click on my link tree. Click on my link tree, and you'll see the game says Moment of Truth. Moment of Truth combo pack. Order them today. I just shipped out 6 orders today, going all across the world. Now, if you overseas, unfortunate, unless you're on a military base, I will send it to you. But if you're overseas, we don't ship overseas because shipping costs are prohibitive. But if you're on a military base, we will ship it to you because the cost is the same. All right, y'all, that is my time. Don't forget, order your Moment of Truth card games, and have fun for the holidays. And look, I'm Coach Ken, and I'll probably be back tomorrow or maybe Thursday. But either way, have a great evening. Peace.